Everybody, Crow back. Another pickups video. I'm kind of hitting the home stretch of videos here that I'm filming all at once. I've got 5 more games left, but these 5 games I bought all from the same eBay seller. Not like they were a lock all together, but I was looking for a game specifically, and actually it's the name. This is going to be this video. It's Motocross Maniacs Advance, which is the 3rd game in the Motocross Maniacs series, which I was even surprised to find there was a 2nd game to. But before I get to that, I bought this game. It was like $2.50, and what I'll normally do sometimes when I buy a game, I'm like, hey, that's pretty cheap. I wonder if that seller has more games, and they did have more games. And then I kind of was scrolling through the games. I was like, oh, I want that game. I want that game. And I got up to 4 games, and I was finding that, oh, you know what? If I buy 5 games, it's a 10% discount along with the combined shipping. So when I get to whatever that game was that was kind of a stretch for me to buy, I'll mention that in that video. But this is Motocross Maniacs Advance. I was kind of curious to see, okay, there was a Motocross Maniacs, and when I found out there was a Motocross Maniacs 2, I looked up online. I found it through Wikipedia or something like that, and found out there was a 3rd game, Motocross Maniacs Advance. So I immediately dropped what I was doing and went on eBay and looked for it. Again, this was like $2 to $3 or whatever. So I was like, oh yeah, I definitely have to have that, regardless of the quality of the game. Now this game kind of differs substantially from the previous entries, because instead in the other entries 1 and 2, you're pretty much driving by yourself. You know, it's you and trying to finish the race and get the best time. This has you racing against a slew of other people. You even select your character, and they have different stats. So that's a little bit different. At least they were trying something a little bit different. But honestly, I think it's a little bit more chaotic, and it's not as fun, I think. But you know, just to have all the games in the series, it's pretty much why I picked it up. I mean, this is when you've got weapons now. You pick up weapons and you attack the other motorists, and I think that's kind of a little bit annoying. There's some really weird power-ups in this game, and I don't even know if it was a power-up or not. But at one point, there were either cats or dogs following my bike, and my bike. I don't even know why. I don't even know what the purpose it is. I think it's the kind of game I might have to look up the manual and discover what the hell's going on. There's lots of other circuits, so you could, it's kind of like a Mario Kart kind of thing, where you select your circuit and you select these type of tracks, and they're very multi-layered. There's many different paths to take, it seems like. It kind of looks a little bit like Excitebike, and it plays like Excitebike, and I think that's kind of where I get the draw, to this is, for me, because I really liked Excitebike, and it's all about, hitting these jumps, and here we have the addition of the nitro button to hit those really high loops and ramps or areas or whatnot, and make sure that you land on your wheels, because you do crash if you land on your head. So, yeah, I did play this for a while just to get some footage. I can honestly say that I think the other 2 games are better. Honestly, I like the original game the best, and then the 2nd. And so to me, it's like they get progressively worse, but they're not horrible. And I would, they're worth a check to look, because all the games in this series, dirt cheap. If you've got a Game Boy Advance SP, or a Game Boy Advance even, you can play all the games in the series. Or if you've got like a Super Game Boy, you can play the first game. If you've got, actually, the GameCube Game Boy Advance adapter, yeah, you can play everything on the Game Boy. Anyway, yeah, I'm just going on telling you things you already know. So, let's call it a video. See you all next time. Bye.